as I've told you, two old white men from Texas that moved in. That's where the drug haven comes in. They don't want me telling, exposing them, so they're trying to use these people's and these women's children to prophesy lies against me. They're gonna want to do something to me sinister like they did the man at Alamo, but he led his men himself to do these things. But I have made my house a prison and imprisoned myself in here. Hoping some of the ministers look and see me and continue to preach well on my behalf. Because I said, they can't nobody give me nothing, they can't buy me nothing, they can't sell me nothing. Because I got to keep my slate clean and do the things that normal people wouldn't do, so make myself a prison in my own house. But now, these floozes done brought these childrens up in here, and they done invited drug dealers, same in drug dealers that were there in front of me at first. They is living back up in the house watching me as if they want to take and blow my brains out through a form of genocide to keep me from knowing so the people could forever believe that white man was a choice God placed upon this earth and Israel was born a white race. But I'm telling you, it was not, because that white man was a secondary creature upon this earth who was not in the book of life. Genesis chapter 6, 1-5. But the original person that God played came from Adam and Eve. They were black people from Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. You can read this. And they came from Adam. And then formality, Genesis 4, 5 was when God decided he had to destroy the earth because the knowledge that man had into, and he had pursued the wrong goal and was going in a different direction that God required him to do. But today, as you see drug dealers peeping down the street, watching you and you're watching your house, these are black people came from the synagogue of Satan. He brought this drug created in his manufacturers of knowledge to his caldrons, which is, oh Lord, excuse me, and then there, from an accident. The synagogues of his laboratories, making cocaine and everything from the Gentiles, from the United States of America, to fabricate lies of deception towards the Christian-minded people. This is what he's using drugs for. Go from neighborhood to neighborhood. The same thing that hit Maxine Wilder and her other counterpart. To make it look as if they commit a crime and when they're not. Because they was a materialistic-minded people. Charlie Ringo, Maxine Wilder, and the famous football player. They was a materialistic mind people. And once you become a materialistic mind of people, then you get set up by the Antichrist, the devil, and his kingdom, using the black people. This is what they did with the quarterback. He was a materialistic minded person, which got him in trouble. Taking more than his share. Enough was not enough. The gallon bucket got half full, but he wanted to run in the oven and spill it all on the ground. Maxine Wilder, Charlie Ringo, was the same minded people. That's the reason I refuse to take anything from anybody. That I don't have, I don't need it. To break the bucket, tear the bucket up, throw it away. I don't need that, which caused my destruction, because that's what the genetic code of democracy is all about. Get a person with a materialistic mind who trying to take more than his share until accept instead of accepting that what God gave him, he want more. And that materialistic mind is what the systems create a black hole in it to suck the black peoples down in it. I said to myself, and I spoke these things in the other part of part 3. I said, how is it that we bear the burden of our slave masters, ourselves, and where we also built the infrastructure of the United States of America? And today's day, we cannot even take care of ourselves without doing something illegal. If we had watched ourselves and our boundaries and not became a materialistic minded person, then we wouldn't have to sell drugs. We wouldn't have to do everything against the contrary of the law of democracy. And we could live here and we wouldn't have to take handouts. Like the man said, well, you take this, it's all right. And next thing he's sitting up there telling the people, well, I done trapped him. He took this from the FBI. But first thing, you can't not be a materialistic mind. Because when we become a materialistic minded person, they suck us in of the black hole of society. The same thing they're trying to make me, they see the logo on my window of my van, 1998 van, telling them I'm a man of God. But they sit up and try to make me a materialistic minded person by sending the drug dealers out to try to stop me in the street to sell me drugs. These cruel, fools minded people know that I'm not a drug dealer, no drug user. They know that when they see the logo, but they don't do no white man like this in Conway, Arkansas. But why they keep coming after me? Because the governmental system is just like God showed me when he ran me out of Pine Bluff, is working with these drug dealers. He showed me this when I was working, when he sent me out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, before Bush got to be president of the United States of America. So when he did these things and showed me these things are coming to pass because they're the last episode of the prophecy of the knocking down of the Twin Tower Trade Center building. Jesus is at hand. He is standing at the threshold, destroying every infrastructure belonging to the United States of America. He told me in his word he was going to protect me, and I believe on him and in him. But yet these crazy mind people here in Conway is going to come at me and make it look as I'm done drugs and I got a logo telling them I'm a man of God. I done put all these things out on YouTube showing them what they're done. But yet they're going to come up and fabricate a lie and try to do me like they did John the Baptist of Jesus Christ and say I'm doing drugs, I'm selling drugs. I don't run. I'm not going to run from these foolish minded people no more. I don't have no bodyguard. I don't have no watchman on me. I don't need no watchman but God, the Father and God the Son. Because I don't know how he's going to do it, but at the end, he's going to see me through it all. But I'm trying to get you to open your eyes and see what's happening around you, see how you are being set up. Because they're using drugs, which they could have got rid of a long time ago, against my people to destroy them, to make it look as if they is a vessel of the devil when they are not. But you got to hold your integrity. You got to hold your faith towards God. You got to believe on him and in him, that he would see you through in the end. And you got to stick to your integrity towards God. You got to say hell with democracy. You got to speak boldly towards it and condemn it because it's a law of deception. Deceive, why it elevates the white man and put him on top, it condemns the black man. Because I said, the white man selling produce and the black Negroes is selling drugs. here in Conway, Arkansas. This